Oh yeah, we're back! Woohoo! Scalar! Goodness gracious, such good hit music, such a good hit. Hits nice and hard, hardcore. So, we're a little bit late today because where was I? I was at the doctor while I was working on having some different migraines. Hopefully we're gonna figure that out. I'm gonna get that fixed out. But for right now, just working and trying to get the best I can. You know, doing the best I can to try to feel better. And hopefully my migraine goes away. So tonight, we're not going to have as long of a stream because, of course, I was short here, and I apologize about that. It's not usual that this happens, but I always tell you that if I'm not live at 5, I'm going to do my very, very best to always be here for you guys every single day as we continue this wonderful thing. Without further ado, let's jump into some Planet Crafter. Let's get cracking. We're almost to the end, and I'm feeling wonderful. It's me, and it's the duck, and we're doing it up. We love the game. Let's play it up. All right, let's see here. Where the heck am I? Good gosh, it's dark in here. Okay. I don't think I have any chips left. Last thing that I opened up was something in here. Light is on. Here's over here. There was a container. I don't know how to get to it. How did I get to that before? It's not allowing me to it. Can I crouch, maybe? No. Oh, there it is. There it allows us to open it. Almost seems like it's too far away. Okay, there must have been nothing in it. We've got that one already. That's okay. By the way, how's that music volume? It seems a little heavy. So we're just going to bring it just a little bit down right about there. That looks good. Okay, good. Let's go back into the water. This way, over here. Takes us really deep down this cavern area. I wonder where this takes us. I don't think there's anything else in here. Didn't miss anything. I wish this light was a little bit brighter, but I guess you can't have everything in life. Sometimes life just gives you tomatoes instead of lemons. And that's when life really stinks. Especially if you hate tomatoes or you're allergic to them. We've already put that fusion in there, so we've got that working. There wasn't anything in this one. Whole system went down when they just were trying to get this going. I feel really bad for them. And there's going to be the spot for us to get through. Right in here. Oh, there's all the chips. Oh, nice. So we've got all the T2s there. Oh my gosh, more of the mutagen. That is perfect. Yes, guys. That mutagen T2, that's going to come in so much handy here as we bioform the living crap out of this thing. Drink of the night is a Dr. Pepper, 0 sugar, and we've still continued our no carb. You've heard it. You heard it first. No carby. That takes that. That leaves me a little bit. So let's go back through our teleporter because we still have a little bit more stuff in here. And I'm not leaving until I got all of the goodies. All. I need every last little drop of them. I want to play games to a full completion. I was thinking about this too, and I was thinking a little while back, and I thought, you know, if I'm going to play these games, I might not play them be able to beat them at the hardest difficulty. But one thing I want to do is when I'm playing the relaxed mode, I max it out fully. That I think will prepare me best for when I take on the next one. I think so. So let's put this in here. These, everything. Look at all those robots. Look at how fast they just took that out. So we must be maxed on those things. You know what we can do? The uranium rods, we're going to need some more power, I think, right? Eventually. So what I could do is I could grab them here. Can I move this one? Let's see here. I don't see... Yeah, it is. There's a T2. So grab the T2 and grab that uranium rod. And hopefully it'll grab the plants too. I see that there is maybe some plants I didn't grab. I'll add those in there. Where is that other one? See, this is the one that's up top, I think. Those it might not be grabbing. Let's see. Should be grabbing all of them. Well, let's go back and look. Maybe it's possibly that it's full. Those robots are really working pretty hardcore, I guess. How many chips did they do? Looks like they're out of that. So let's keep doing the bioplastic. I think that's what they needed to do last time. Here it is. There's none of it in there. Let's see if they can really maximize that. And these two spots should be doing, I would hope, beans. Yeah, mushrooms, sorry. Mushrooms. These ones right here, what are they doing? These are doing beans. I'm gonna take the beans off. Yeah. I need just mushrooms right now, if we're gonna be able to pull ourselves out of the bioplastic hole that we're in. So let's see here. Beans. Seeds are, where did I put those? Right here. Let's get those out and then double it up on the beans. That's really where our bottleneck is, I think. Now we've also double extended the room here, so we should be able to have an absolute ton of those things. We could, grow it out with a T2 food grower, but I do think that going the other route is much better. The problem is that we don't have a lot of those uncommon. Unless we're going to go around and try to find more and more of them, it's kind of a pain. So I'm thinking food grower, which is right... Where are you, food grower? There's heater T5. I didn't know we had done that yet. Oh, that'll be cool to do. Anyway, back to what I was doing here. Food grower is going to be, let's see here. Why am I not seeing it here? Am I looking at the wrong thing here? Oh, there it is. So it's just water bottles and fertilizer. And we've double expanded the room here. So we come on down here, guys. I'll show you what's going to happen here. We're going to move these out, I should say. I'll keep these going somewhat. But we just maximize this area. Goodness gracious. We still don't have any room. And what I should do is I should make more of the fertilizer, but I think we're okay on it. The fertilizer here is right... It's pretty maximized. So I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. I guess in this time I will just put them in here, I guess. And further expand that room. I need to open it up here. I never thought that they would actually fill up like that. Never thought we'd run out, but if we're running out of that, that just means we can stop all of these then producing them, because we have more than enough fertilizer and our process is going to keep it going. I don't foresee any problems in the future. So we'll put these here. These seeds I'm going to put back, and I'm going to grab a line of these to be replaced by the actual mushrooms. So we had, okay, so 7 of those. Let's take out these ones. Oh, no, put that back. How many do we have for mushroom-wise? Those are all the mushrooms. So we just need to be able to make those. Okay, it shouldn't be too hard. First, I'm going to shut down each one of these. Oops. My area is getting massive. I love it. I love it. Let's get down that. Those put piece together there. And further expand this room. There we go. I'll get the robots to start working. I have to see where they're at. I think they're pretty good though right now. They've been doing quite well. Balancing it. I still don't know if I want to put them on the food yet. But it makes sense to do when it's ready. They're further expanding. I should just automate it. I think we can definitely automate it. We have more than enough. I still want to keep those going. The squash, what was I building that for before? I completely forgot what the squash was for. Let's come back and look. So the squash is making the T2. And right now, we've really maximized that, I think. So that's really maxed as well. So it should be fine to maybe do another line of that and just take these out. Because I think we should be pretty good on that. 2 lines of that, 1 line. See this one? That's another one. Which maybe instead of eggplant. I think eggplant is good forever. I guess for now. Well, if down the future that we really need it. But right now I've got a whole entire case full of it. And the big one that I really need is mushrooms. So we'll fill these all up. Get out of there. Mushroom factory. Should really start to push these along. And then these ones. Also mushroom. And I probably will automate these ones. Now let's see what they can do. I think that they should be pretty good, but I don't know. That's a whole line of that too. These ones in just itself, these should be fine. I'm gonna take these out so that we have at least, I know what I'm doing when I'm picking them maybe. Where were you? Messing up my sleep schedule. Oh, I'm so sorry, Alex. I was at the doctor. I was having some problems just had to go in and get a little checkup, you know. I just needed to get my my kind of headaches in order. I've been having like pretty bad headaches, so just trying to fix that. And I'm working now on having more food for all. So that's what I'm kind of basically working on. I'm gonna balance this back. I have way too many eggplants. I don't foresee us needing any of those for a long time. This thing is stocked full. And now basically what we've ran into is a roadblock. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. It's just that I get migraines a lot, quite often, so. Just trying to work on that. And hopefully I'll get it under control. It's, you know, there's so many things that people deal with that it's really light. Headaches are really not. Migraines is what I get. And they're very painful. But, you know, everybody has something. And out of all the things that I've seen people have out there, I think I got off pretty easy, you know? So I'll keep that. But, yeah, I get pretty painful. And so I've been trying to just figure out how to cope with them and hoping things go better. So let's see here. The food grower, we got super alloys. I may have took too much here. I don't think I have enough space. So let's put a few of these seeds back to maximize. And that should be enough back to build them. And then the other thing for those, of course, is going to need the water bottles. Probably because you're not streaming enough. Yeah, that's probably it. I just am not streaming enough. And the doctor actually wrote down on the prescription, he said, you need to stream more, Bliss. And if you don't, your headaches are just going to continue. And we squabbled for a while. And so that's what happened. Yep. I was in Dr. Monkey's clinic. I wonder where Dr. Monkey is, how he's doing. Hopefully he had a better day. He sounded like he's having a rough day yesterday. So we're really maximizing these rooms. And then while we're doing this and getting at least the mushrooms, we can also start getting out there. Need to pump up those numbers. Those are rookie numbers. Rookie numbers. Oh, I've had no problem getting people stopping in, doing rookie numbers. Which is crazy. 'Cause some people I've talked to, they put in like crazy amount of hours. And they don't get anybody watching the streams. I don't know what it is. Every day I'm really, really happy. I mean, I only stream a couple hours and I get people every day stopping in now. I used to go months. When I first started, nobody watched. It shocks me every time. All I can say is just thank you. If I never got any more people than this, and I just had 100 people watching me every night, I mean, I have 100 subscribers, I mean, I'd be happy. It's just amazing. blows my mind. You guys are really awesome. So let's put those in there. And then on to the next thing is I want to continue to increase our entire food grower area. So let's go back here. Let's grab one whole more line. I think we can do 5 more. How many more seeds do we actually have? Let's see. On mushrooms, is that it? I think that is it. Oh, no, we got a few more. So we can do 6 more of those. Okay. 6 more of them. 6 more of the alloys. 2, 3. Let's see here. Those are good. Then X fertilizer. So tell me, how's your day been? And it's towards the end of your day, so I guess you're about to sleep, Alex. But tell me, what's been going on? What happened today? What was the big point of your day? We want to hear from Alex. Give us some gist. Too many people streaming, too much offer, harder to compete. People tend to stick with what they usually watch instead of trying other channels. You know, competition I think is great. It's if you really like what you do. That's where it really comes into. If you like to stream and it's just a passion of yours, I think that you can become big, especially if you like to talk. If you like to talk, you love it. Like you just can't stand not talking, like me. I think streaming is a great avenue. There's people that I've seen that stream where it's obvious that they don't like to talk. And I don't get it. It's like you are like in the worst possible profession if you don't like to talk, you know? And some people I know, they still become big by not talking as much, but I think you've got to want to be sociable with people and like people. But competition doesn't bother me because I know that it's all about consistency. If you're there, you work hard every day, you keep putting in the work, you keep putting it in, you're gonna make it. You really are. So don't worry about it. You'll make it. That's what I think. I really do believe that. Just gotta keep putting consistency. Doesn't matter how bad you feel, doesn't matter what you're going through, you just keep working towards it. You know what I really liked? I liked this story one time. Michael Jordan, championship game. He's sitting there. He's got the flu. He can't even see. He's almost feeling like he's throwing up. He can't take it. He's on the floor. He's kind of shaking. He's got all this stuff. And he went and he played that entire game. And it was before my time, but I watched it and I thought to myself, if that guy, his dedication, his competition, nothing could stop him. He just drove right through it. Conqueror. Like Alexander the Great, Napoleon, something like that. They don't let nothing let them stop them. They hit a wall, they just keep hitting it until they go right through the wall. That's what I want to be. Those are my type of role models. I remember when Mike Tyson used to say that he'd get in the ring and, you know, up until the point he got in the ring, he always was scared. Always was scared. Before he had to go out there and he had to fight, he always would freak out. He'd be in his room crying, worried about if he's going to make it or not. But when he got in the ring, then he was a god and nothing could touch him. I just got chills when he said that. That's my type of people. And they just keep working at it. They're not just like into their craft. They're not really just addicted to it. They're obsessed with it. They're always trying to somehow improve it and get it, you know, worked out. That's what I want. That's what I like to see. All these are maximized, so we could have the robots fit those in, but I think these are going to be fine. So this is our 2 sorters, which are sorting out all of these ones. You can see that these are completely maximized. Alex says, my day wasn't anything special. I still have a few days for me before I start a new job on Monday as a dev. Really? You're starting a new job as a dev? Congratulations, Alex. Heck yeah, man. Tell us about your job. Tell us about this dev. Gosh, I tell you, Skeller, you have unbelievable rockin' tunes. Absolutely fantastic. If you ever watch my stream, Scalar, I hope one day I can meet you in person. Man, I jam out all day, listen to it. Okay, so we need to work on bioplastic. That's the one major thing. We've got two different ones out here. This is doing mushrooms. This is doing mushrooms, and they should be supplying. They're not supplying. That's kind of problematic. They need to be supplying thy mushroom. What is this? No, supply mushroom. Get off of there. No, I don't want that other thing. Get it. Okay, there we go. Now both of them are supply. Fullstackdev.net with Angular. Whew, listen to Alex's title. Absolutely amazing. Been unemployed for the past 6 months. Well, this is our time. We're partying up tonight. Congratulations to you getting your job. That is awesome, man. Absolutely awesome. Was almost at my breaking point. Thank God everything worked out fine in the end. Hey, man, if you're ever at your breaking point, you just need somebody to talk to, you know, come here, come into the community. And even if not, if I'm online and you just need somebody to talk to, everybody needs somebody. You know, also find like one of your friends or something like that that you can just go to, you know, chit chat with them and see what's up. That's what's really important. And you got to find somebody. You really do. You got to find somebody where they're there for you and you can just keep going. Because that's the problem. A lot of times people don't have anybody that they can actually find and talk to and try to make themselves feel better. And so they feel like they're alone, but really they're not. It's just that they don't have enough of good friends around them to make them. Sometimes people pick the wrong friends. I've been actually quite upset lately. I had a really good friend that, you know, he hit breaking point. Probably maybe what you experienced, something like that, Alex. I don't know your life. I can't really say what you experienced, but it was rough for him. And he just flat out completely ignored everybody and hasn't talked to nobody. And I got worried about him, you know, after like a month. And so then I tried to like find out what was going on, banging on his door, nothing. So I finally went over there and nothing. Mail piling up. And I ended up calling and doing a welfare check on him because nobody heard about him. Nobody heard about him. And I saw you posted this, so I'll stop the story for a second and read it. It was almost at my breaking point. Thank God everything worked out fine in the end. Oh, you did say that. Never mind. Anyway, so I finally went over there, did a welfare check, which basically means that you tell a cop that like, hey, my friend, he's been ignoring all of our friends. We don't know if he's okay. We want to check on him. So we did that, and you can guess what happened. He didn't even answer the door. Nothing. Didn't answer the door. Nothing happened. And then out of the blue, he never texted anybody. And then out of the blue, he texted my one friend one day and then said nothing to me. And so I think he's probably upset with me or something like that. So you can think you have really good friends and then things happen, right? It sucks, but that's just the way stuff is sometimes. I think this is the full area. What is that red dot right there? I don't know what that is. But we've opened up that. There's this box right here. Tell me, why were you almost at your breaking point? I want to hear more about your story. I do. I mean, what made it feel so rough that you were feeling like you were at that point? By the way, we don't usually do this, but we always check a quality check. People over on, let's see here. Somebody whispered me. Oh, sorry guys. 1 second. Give me 2 seconds here. We're doing a check. I do these once in a while just to see what type of quality. And it's looking good. Okay, that's good. Quality's good. Great. Okay. No, why were you at your breaking point? Let's talk about this. What happened? We pulled out lots of good stuff of this. I don't think there's anything more to get in here. I was really hoping that there was some different areas to get into. This thing looks massive, but I don't think there's anything more. Look at this tree. Look at the massiveness of that. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. That's such a nice picture right there. I like it. All right, back in the teleporter. Some people don't really open up and usually avoid unloading on other people as to not overbear them with their problems. Yeah, I get that. I get that. But, you know, like, that sort of thing happens with one of your friends. I mean, you just freak out. You're like, what the heck? And I didn't know what to think. I mean, he's a real close friend of mine that just out of the blue, just nothing happens. And it's so weird. Such a weird life for that sort of thing to happen. I don't know. Breaking point due to financial difficulties, uncertainty, difficult to job market. Wow. So like what happened? Like you lost your job or? Let's see here. The mutagen should be going in this one. Yeah, so the demand, oh, it's not even on there. Now it is, because we've unlocked it, so they should put it in there now. So that one they should be putting in there. This is my sorter for a reason. It's supposed to be doing everything. Seed Pestra and Seed Shanga and Seed Nulna. I wasn't even getting a single HR call for months. And in the last month, I had tons of interviews and plenty of offers. Let's see here. Oh, I see. Because we don't even have the demand on right. We put all the other plants and we haven't put the top ones. That would make total sense why they're not doing that. So they no calls. Oh, this song. This song just hits. Did I make sure I get all of them? Gosh, I love this song. Oh, turn it up. We're cranking it. We're cranking it, people. We're cranking it. Give me that. I had to leave to some family problems. I needed to attend, but I wasn't even imagining it would get this hard to get a job again. He had to leave to some family problems. Elaborate more. Espouse. You know, what exactly happened? If you want to talk about it. If you don't, that's totally okay. But I'm here to listen. I really am. One friend to another, right? Uranium. I think we definitely have maximized that. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. So let's just go fix our problems, you know? Let's go fix our electricity problems. We've got it. You leave some family. I mean, that's got to be tough. Tell me about what happened with the family. What happened here? If you want to talk about it, I'm here. My father had some health issues, and I had to help him for a while. I mean, anytime you're taking care of one of your parents, that's huge. I mean, that's massive. You should feel really proud because most people don't even know what that's like to take care of a family member or take care of somebody else for that matter. It's very tough. Very, very, very tough. It's okay now. I can focus on me for now. I mean, that's good. I'm glad that, you know, you got that taken under, but I can't imagine. I mean, I've taken care of people before. One of my first jobs was working in a care center, and it's really, really tough. It really is. Especially when they've got tons of things going on. You want to help people so much, but they got some sort of sickness. There's nothing you can do. I got an uncle and a brain injury. My grandma takes care of them, and I was just with them actually. And it's so rough because you want to do anything. I give up all my money just to help them. But there's some things that science hasn't fixed yet, and I hope they fix it. I really do, but it's just so sad on those things. But uranium rods, let's use a couple of these. We've got lots of them here. Tons of power. Let's bring it to the next level here. So if we do right here, we've got like 5, so that's 10 of those, 10 recipe. And then we need, looks like, oh goodness, that's not an equal number. Let's just do 6. Let's do 6, just 2 more. Well, actually, no, we could do 9. 9 of those, which will be 3 of these, which then's 3 of the explosives. Put these over here. 3 explosives. And then, 9 water bottles. Holy buckets, a hot sheep up in here. I'm glad that things are better and then you can focus on yourself too, because man, I mean, it's gotta be really, really tough on you. Especially anytime you've got a family member, because you love them so much, you want to help them to the best of your ability. What was wrong, if you don't mind me asking? All right, we got those in order. These ones, they don't look nice. I don't like the look of this. So it just needs to be straight. It's been driving me nuts for like how many games, and we're gonna fix it right now. It needs to be straight. There we go. Perfect. Good. Alrighty, up on yonder. Alright, we'll bring that a little bit down on the music a little bit. It's a little bit high pitched. There we are. That's better. How's the sound to my voice ratio? Is it good? Is it too quiet? Give me a heads up, chat. There we go. Okay, so we got the power functioning now. We have more. Wow, we can build more? I keep forgetting we can build way more of these. Let's build one right there. One right there. We're building these like candy now compared to before. That was crazy. Alright, so there's that. And how are we sitting on the power now? Okay, 16. We didn't really go up as much as I thought we were going to go with that, but that's alright. Could get rid of these uranium rods, unless we're going to need them for something else, but right now, it's really, blowstring, I don't know how you would say that, our power. That one's going pretty good. They have not made any bioplastic nuggets in a while. So the big thing we're working on is just mushrooms. And there's nothing I could do. I mean, I'm maxed out here. Until I wait to get these, I've got an entire full room ready to rock here. I mean, look at all these mushrooms. These puppies are gonna go. They're at 88, so they should just be rocking. So that's gonna be great, and we'll continue to go out and kind of just explore the area. One of the big things that we could do is we can upgrade our equipment here. So I think over here, I've been back in this room for a while. But over here, the one thing we didn't do is probably some of the air apparatus. And to build that, what was it? Air filter, and that wasn't it. I wanted to build this, the water filter. Oh, believe it or not, it's the bioplastic. I don't think we really need it, though. I guess we could put it on. What the heck? Can we build that in the auto crafter? Is that not buildable? Oh, doesn't look like it. It isn't. Well, then we'll just build it myself. I think it was 2 of these or something. I think it was like a fabric. I think it was probably super alloys. I forget the mixture. It's all the way over there. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go grab it, break it down, bring it into this flipping room. Hello, butterflies. All right, no, break it down. I don't need this. We've got everything. Got the torch. Got the deconstructions. We've already got the chips. Yeah, there's no point in that one. This is the only one. That's the only point, is this one. Let's bring it. We're bringing it back home. So, now that we've came back here, let's rebuild that sucker. The crafter, which should be right there. I almost forget. It's been so long since I built this thing. Let's put that right there. And now I want to build this. Oh, okay, so aluminum and bottle. Aluminum and a bottle. Where is that? Oh, I walked right past it. There you are. Heart attack with cardiac arrest, but recovery was pretty hard. Ended up needing 2 surgeries, one of which was a coronary bypass. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to hear that. But what I am glad is that he's doing better though, right? I mean, that's the major thing. Is he doing better? Okay. Why is that not going in there? Is there a reason that's not going in there? Oh, that's a water filter. Oh, we already had that one. I thought that was the breathing. Wasn't one of them for breathing underwater? Or was I crazy? I thought for sure we had something like that. Oops. I thought we had built something. I thought there was something that could breathe underwater, but maybe I'm wrong. These are all unlocked. I mean, the planet is really... We're just waiting on amphibian farms. 425 GTI, which won't be too long. And now we're getting these ones and the frogs. Those are way down there. Not really, it's really not that far. It's just in the next 100. So Alex said, yep, almost fully recovered. Now it's only up to him to be careful and eat properly and exercise and take his medication. Wow, well, good that he's back on track. I'm really glad to hear that. What do they have him eating? What are they telling him to eat? So it looks like way out there is these frog eggs. Pretty much everything else we've got. There's a beehive tea too. Oh my gosh, I like bees. That's going to be pretty cool. So 25 tea. So we really got to ramp it up. The tea. And then we can get that beehive going. The butterfly farm tea too. And then those frog eggs, which is huge. And then down here, looks like a long ways. These animals, it's actually starting to amount to something. So there's fish farm, there's seed lerma, which is weird that that is an unlock. I would have thought that we already had that because it was such an abundant thing. But then there's common larvae that we can build. Oh, sorry guys. And 600 T. Oh my gosh, is that? But we're pretty much at the end here, guys. I mean, in the GTI, that right there is the 450. We're very close. So this is great. We're moving up on these ones. And the fish, I'm hoping, are out there. I haven't really checked, to be honest. Let's see here. I'm going to go back in here. I'm going to sort these out. Put those back in there. Have them do that. Look at all these guys. I wish they were uncommons. We have way more insects now. Pretty much everything in moderation. Best to stick to low fat, low salt food. Medication helps in regard to allow him to still enjoy food. It's important for him to have an active life. See, me, wow, this is so weird. I mean, I'm going to tell you guys something. I have a difference of opinion on fat. I know people say low fat, but I'm going to say that I have noticed something, and I've been doing blood panels by changing up my diet. Now, I don't have any heart problems. I'm not a doctor either. So I don't know. I take this with a grain of salt, but this is really interesting, and I'll just kind of tell people what happened to me, and you could take what you want from it, and maybe you take good from it, maybe you don't. But one of the things that I noticed is that I had, like, when I was younger, in family genetics, I had like blood issues, and I had some high blood pressure in the family, some weird things like that, and I kind of didn't understand it, but it was genetic, and the doctor said that was good. And so I kind of started to switch, and I started to do more of these diets that were higher in fat and in good fats, And what I found is that my blood panel greatly improved. My triglycerides greatly improved. Everything greatly improved. It was crazy. And I was like, well, if this is helping me, what would happen if I went to, a paleo diet? So I started doing paleo, and it improved even more. And I did try some keto. And I know that there's so many people out there that have a huge thing against eating fat, saying like, how could it be good for you? There's no way, there's no possibility you could feel good. And I'm going to say that when I started to eat keto and I started to fast, I found out that it just blew my mind with the deep sleep that I got. So I wear like a sleeping device that basically tells me my different sleep cycles. And I have it up there so it has the highest maximum sensitivity. And it also checks like the heartbeat ratio every minute on the minute, which is the highest setting that you can turn it to. And it allowed my deep sleep to increase. No lie. 2 hours and 45 minutes I hit some nights of deep sleep. So we're not talking REM, we're not talking light sleep, but just deep sleep. I literally almost hit 3 hours. And I started watching this guy, Brian Johnson, who, if you ever watch any of these videos, Brian, it would be so great because you're one of my role models, and any rejuvenation athlete I think they're absolutely fascinating. But he basically shows how you enhance yourself to like slow down aging and change things. And if you do it when you're younger, you have a better chance. And so I started watching Brian Johnson, and he just blew my mind with like the things that he did. I think it's just incredible what he's able to come up with and do. So we're really starting to build now on these bioplastics, which is great. They're taking the silicone and the water bottle, and I don't think we have any problems here with those two. But anyway, back to, oh my gosh, we're out of silicone. No way. How could we be out of silicone with this thing running up here? What the heck? Anyway, so he is a rejuvenation athlete, and he basically is on YouTube. You could check out, look at this, there's tons in here. And it's not taking out the silicone because I don't have it clicked. You gotta be kidding me. I'm crazy. I can't believe I didn't do that. This one has silicone clicked, and it doesn't have titanium. Oh no, it doesn't have, oops. But no, I totally agree with you. Sugar is majorly messes with us and destroys us. And it is the number one, in my opinion. And I again, am not a doctor, but I'm gonna say that you don't have to be a doctor to be a great person who looks at information and self-teaches yourself to kind of figure out, to find out that drinking mass amounts of sugar. Now, when people see this, I totally agree. This is one of my one things. First of all, I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I don't do any of those things. And the one thing that I do once in a while that's kind of like a crutch is like no sugar. It's not a diet pop, it's kind of in the middle. So it's bad. It doesn't have the horrible stuff that diet pop has in it, but it's also not good for you. They're a sweetener, I guess. Oh, sorry, Hoobly. Hi to you too. Hoobly, how have you been? Good to see you. I don't know if I've seen you in here before. But we're talking about diets and things that doctors used to think were bad. All doctors used to think is fat is bad for you. Fat is horrible for you. Your brain is made up of fat, okay? Nobody has to be a doctor to be able to figure out that your brain needs fat, and fat is good for your brain. Especially any sort of DHA and EPA. It's wonderful. Hoobly, well, that's great that you're new. This is I'm new to this. I just started streaming this year, and I've started seeing people come in and everything, and it's wonderful. I tell you, every night I meet people that are new. I just can't believe it. I really can't believe it, because I used to go from nobody coming in here. I just was talking to Alex about that. I really try to keep this community nice, and anybody that comes in here, if you could treat everybody great. I think people say that all the time, but they also don't allow it. So they censor everybody and you can't talk about things. I want people to be able to talk about whatever they want to in here, as long as they're nice to everybody and they don't like overtalk other people. Like if you have a difference of opinion, that's great. You should be able to have it in a civil manner. So like me and Alex would be talking about whatever, like smoking, what Alex just brought up. Doctors used to think smoking was good for you. And that's the whole thing. There's crazy stuff that doctors thought was good for us that are not. I mean, think about it. We're about to put people on Mars. Mars. Oh, I need food. Oh no, I need food. I don't know if we're gonna get there in time. I completely forgot. But no, there was a time right now, in this time, we're about to put people on Mars. Put people on Mars, but we can't figure out what to eat still. I mean, isn't there a little bit of disconnect there? We've got the FDA telling people that they need huge amounts of carbs. For years, they said the number one thing is what you should be eating is grains, loaded in carbs. And then we figured out that grains the carbs turns into sugar, which, and they found out that the glycemic index was more affected, the glycemic index is more affected by white rice than ice cream. Because ice cream is a food product and it's a protein, which is much better for you than spiking your glycemic index with just a pure carb with nothing in there, unless you're going to use it. You know what I mean? And so they had all these sort of things that came out. It's just crazy to me how much we get wrapped up in this whole idea that like fat is bad for you. Before my time, in the 80s and 90s, apparently they had a trend, and my mom told me about this. They had like a trend where everybody ate no fat. All fat is bad. So everything was low fat. And what's funny is that the brain, of course, needs fat, but everybody wanted to get rid of it. So they got rid of it. And guess what happened? The same companies that put out these products for low-fat foods were connected to pharmaceutical companies. And those same pharmaceutical companies made a thing called Prozac. So as soon as you got depressed because your brain didn't have any fat, didn't have any food, they profited off of that, and they profited off of actually getting you the drugs for you to deal with being depressed because you're not eating any fat because they took the fat out. I mean, that's the crazy thing about it. Hey brother, how's it going? I've been keeping up with your Planet Crafter YT vids. As for myself, Terra, I'm at a couple % from amphibians to mammals. Really? War Junkie 76, how have you been? We've been in here talking about what doctors don't know. Or what they say they know. They say they know. Here's the thing. I'm not going to tell you what to eat. What you need to do is go out there, eat a diet. If you feel good on that diet, I want you to go into your doctor and say, I want a full blood panel. Tell me everything on the full blood panel. Well, we don't usually do blood panels if we don't need to. I'll pay for it. Just tell them, I'll pay for it out of my pocket. And if you have some health concerns, do that. And then when you get that blood panel back, if the food you're eating reflects in that blood panel positive, then that's the food for you. Because everybody's genetics are different. They need to find out what happens. So for instance, if Ying eats rice, her glycemic index doesn't get shot up through the roof because she's Asian. Their glycemic index is not as affected as much. Now get this, if a white Caucasian person from Ireland or Scotland eats white rice, their glycemic index will shoot through the roof way higher than the Asian counterpart will. And it's just based on genetics. So that's how we got to find out how to eat. All this whole one size fits all sort of thing is just ridiculous because we're all different. As much as we think everybody's the same, it's just not. Look at this area. I made this. I knew right away that I wanted a tropical area in the sand, and I think it looks nice. Right now I'm looking for these uncommon ones so we can get more mushrooms because I need more bioplastic. But off a subject, Junkie, tell me about your process and how your life has been going, your game, whatever you want to talk about. I'm a little bit late tonight getting on because I had to go to the doctor myself. I have a thing that I'd really like to figure out. I get migraines, and those are genetic, and that's why I went to the doctor, because they've been working to try to help me. So yes, uncommon. There we go. Uncommon. This is so nice out here. We need to get more trees out here. This would be a cool second base. Let me keep working this way. I think we should put one of the teleporters out here in this section. Could start to transport, move stuff around. Getting very late game here, but these trees seem out of place, need that thingy that spreads grass and flowers as well. Well, you could look at it like that. But it also gives me the feeling of kind of an Arizona vibe, doesn't it? Where you see the cactus growing out. I mean, this isn't a cactus, but they have where they've got flowers kind of bursting, and this is, on a different planet, so I kind of see it like that. But I get you, but I kind of like the whole savanna, where you're walking through this huge desert and then boom, out of nowhere you've got the thing. War Junkie says, life has been going good game-wise. I wasn't aware of the mammal stage, but now that I'm working to it, it's a slow process. We're very close here. I think it's 450 GTI that we're kind of, that 450, and then there's a 600 unlock, and I think that we're very close there. So it's pretty gosh. Hoobly says, it reminds me of the glass desert and oasis in Slime Rancher. Really? Slime Rancher? I'm gonna take a look at that, Hoobly. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I just want to see what this is, because I think I have seen this game, Hoobly. Let me see here. It's called Slime Rancher. Yes, I did see this. I was thinking, okay, so this is a game that I think Ying would like. I should look into that. Alex says, I think mammals are not in the game yet. You can unlock the stage, but nothing new will happen, Alex says. Oh, really? Okay. Well, this is some new intel for me. What I have found, to me, is that the process, in my opinion, the slowest process, was when you got first to oxygen. And trying to revert the area into full-on oxygen it just took me forever. War Junkie, can you see Alex? I need to get that reverted so everybody can in the same one. I should just put, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put the code, maybe I can get it on the screen just from now on. A few more uncommons, come on. Oh, there they are. Alright, there's an uncommon. And does anybody else get migraines here? And is there anything that you did? That's another thing. So if you do have a medical thing and doctors can't figure it out, sometimes it's always good to ask somebody else and try different processes. Who knows what you might find that will work for you. Or Junkie says, "Hello, heard you say what you Alex had said, and I was thanking them from there." I didn't know if you guys could see each other. You know, sometimes I'll get talking to somebody and this other person, I'm sure, is like, there's nobody else in here. Because sometimes I'll see that there's a small group in YouTube and then there'll be a bigger group over in there. But Hoobly says my mom gets migraines. Oh, really? Yeah, I don't think people understand how bad migraines are and how painful they are. Especially if you're the one that gets like blackout ones where you get real sick. You're light sensitive and it's like almost like a seething burning. Like your brain is just, it's hard to describe to people. I've sometimes tried to explain, but I have a hard time explaining it. It's really brutal. It gets to be almost too much. So, but out of all the things to get, when I realize how lucky I am, you know, I've got a very good job, I have very good investments, I've got a wonderful woman, I could have way more medical problems and different things than other people. You do have to kind of realize how good you got it. If migraines, and the other thing is I get like, I don't know if you guys know what Raynaud's is, but it's really minor compared to what other people get. My eldest son from time to time gets migraines. He too gets sick from them. Yeah, it sucks. Really, really sucks. I hate it. And sometimes you get the ones that are so bad, and I mean, it's unreal bad. Like, it's like, come on. One day I was kind of getting like ticked. I was getting down, but so I just wanted to have a good day. And I had this migraine, and it's the weekend, I'm like all pumped and everything. And then I just get this horrible migraine, and here I'm wanting to like live in the moment, hang with my girl and stuff, and it's like, you're just cranky because you're on edge because of this headache. So I was talking to the doc, and I told him my story. And we were looking actually at my nose because the pain starts here and works itself backwards. And we're trying to kind of figure out what it was. And this is like my second opinion, ENT. So it's been going on for a little bit of a while. What am I doing here? And he was saying, you know, I think to me, what you've got is, I think you've actually got migraines. It's nothing to do with your nose. And the thing is, it started in the nose. So that's what I was thinking. Well, is that the case? And this doctor that was checking on me, let's just say he wasn't the greatest doctor in the world. This is the type of guy who had really bad allergies, and he just told me, well, maybe you should move. Maybe I should move. Thanks a lot, doctor out there. If you're watching this, yeah, I'm talking to you, Dr. Dunny. You know, that's not really the greatest advice, okay? You could probably do a little bit better than that kind of stuff. Anyway, that's the type of advice he gave me, and I wasn't too happy with it. Let's just put it that way, lightly. He could have done a lot better at giving me better advice, but he didn't. Oh, this one's not taking out. I've witnessed grown men in fetal position holding their heads for migraines. Sorry I missed that. Yes. I don't think people understand. I was talking to this woman at work, and she's like, well, it's just, you know, it's just a headache. It's not that big of a deal. It's just a headache. I'm like, you got no idea. I'm like, you don't get migraines, do you? She's like, well, no, I don't get migraines. Actually, you know what? I don't need those basic ones. What the heck am I putting those in there for? I said, no, you don't understand how bad it gets. Or Monkey says, what you need is an ear nail or maybe a donkey kicking. Donkey kicking. Oh my gosh. It's so crazy. It gets to be so unreal. And so she didn't know what I was talking about. I'm like, no, you get them so bad where, like, you have to go into a room, a dark room, or you will lose your mind on those types of things. It's not like something you can just, you know, oh, I'm just going to get rid of it. No, you can't get rid of it. When it hits, and it hits hardcore, it's something to deal with. But then again, I've had 3 grandparents. And this is no lie. It's to really put me down too. But I've had 3 grandparents now have cancer in the last year. It's been really tough. Cause you know I'm really close to my grandparents and stuff like that, and I don't know what the heck happens. How do you get it where you get 3 grandparents all get cancer at the same time? Like all within the same year and a half, 2 years. First it was my grandpa, Doug. He got cancer. He got prostate cancer, and he's getting through it. He's doing good. And then my other grandma got cancer, or my other grandpa got cancer. He got skin cancer. And then my grandma, now she's got bone cancer, and that one's bad. That one's really, really bad. It's just crazy. Anyway, I got to catch up on these. That was some treatment the doctor gave people in the movie A Million Ways to Die in the West. Alex says there needs to be a button to select all when you use the demand and supply options that maybe when clicking on the item in the list, remove that item only. Removes. That's a good point. Be a great point. Mutagen. Okay, here we go. Actually, wait a minute. I'm on the wrong side. Mutagen is over here. So 2 of those, 2 of these. Let's put these together. Get them going. But no, it just blows my mind, and I care so much about my grandma, but it's like, how the heck does that happen? Yeah, all your grandparents are, they're the type of people that are tough as hell. It's like, I'm not going to the doctor unless I'm dead or, an arm fell off. And then they all get cancer. And I'm just like, I get it. Some people get older and things happen, but it's just crazy. Let's get these out of here. Push it together. Oh, yes. Okay, so I think these two, 74%. I'm never patient when this comes to this process. So we're going to need like 1 of each. And I'm going to have how many here? Got, 2 of those. So we'll be able to make 3, I think. Yeah. Come on. I can see Alex now. Hello, Alex. Oh, there you go. You guys are talking. This is wonderful. Good, you're getting to meet each other. And we'll get hot and cold coffee in here, and it'll be real crazy. Okay, so there. We've got all those now. 2 of the water bottles. Actually, how many can we do? No, just could do 2. Okay. 2. Oh my gosh, we're out of water bottles. The demand is water bottle. Why are they not filming these? What the heck's going on here? Supply the water. Just now, Bliss liked me more than you. I don't play favorites. Come on now. You can't do that. Of course, some parents, they say, oh, we can't do that. We don't have a favorite. Absolutely bogus. Yes, you do. I'm talking to you, Mom. Talking to you, Grandma. I know, because the other people in the family tell me, Grandma. They tell me that you treat us different, or me different than the other people, and they get mad about it. Trust me, some people, we don't have a favorite. I would never do that. Yes, you do, Grandma. I'm perfectly fine with that. Just being friend is a bonus. To me, all of you are wonderful friends, and I really appreciate you. I really do. You guys are absolutely amazing. Okay, so let's build this. We need one of each of the fertilizers. Come on over here. One of those, actually 2 of those, and then 2 of these for the recipe. And then we're going to need 2 more super alloys. And 2. Now that we've got all that rocking, 2 of the water bottles, which I just drank. Why did I drink the water bottle? That didn't make a lot of sense, did it? Oh, it didn't. We just totally used up all of our water so quickly. What the heck did we make? Oh, it was the mutagen. Okay, we're gonna put you on. You're on timeout now. You're on timeout. You got too crazy, and then even that takes it too, doesn't it? Oh my goodness! I need water bottle. Okay, I'm taking both of them off. You stop it right now. Nope, no more. Just sit there and relax and take a break. Okay. Now let's see if we can get a water bottle. Oh my goodness, now we can't even get a water bottle. Well, I guess I'm gonna build more of these, aren't I? I need to make sure that I never run out of that. That's another one. So 3 of these, 6 of them. I don't know if I want to do that though. Let's see how much we've got. Because the bioplastic I just made so that we could of course make the these, and yeah, it's these, it's the chips. I think we probably have enough. Let's see what we can build right now. These guys. Get a few more drones going. Build me drones. There we are. You guys are both awesome. I'm just happy to actually meet good friends. I mean, that's the big thing, is finding like actual good friends out there is really, really tough. It really, really is. And I don't know. It becomes more and more difficult, I think, to find good people. I don't know what it is. People that you can't count on, or you really think that they're good friends and then they're not. And I don't know what to think about it. Like, sometimes I really think people are good friends and then they're not. And it's like, what the heck? Like, I thought we were like, I thought we were good friends and then they're not or something. And it's weird. Like, some people you think, oh yeah, this friend, we're going to be friends forever. And then one thing happens at like a job and then they're like gone. It's just odd to me. The way I treat people, like if I meet somebody online, I'm not going to treat you any different than the way that I would treat my neighbor. I mean, you guys are good friends to me. Oh, these are all the robots that are on idle, I think. Let's see, does it tell me what are on idle? Supplying and demand. Wow. Did we maximize this or something? I think they're going out now. I don't know how this works. Like, I thought it just continually pushed them out, but maybe not. They look like they're bored. We'll give them some work. We'll give them some work to do. What we're gonna do, I'm gonna go down there because we ran into a little bit of a water problem. And so we're just gonna build another one of these. I think with just one more of those, we'll do 2 more. 2 more of it. And then we should be totally fine. Those, and then 2 more aluminum, and then 2 of the others. 48 minutes, damn. I imagine making a game where you think it will take players tens of hours to finish, and then comes a guy that can finish it in 48 minutes. 48 minutes. Oh, I missed something here. I didn't watch the video, however, I've seen the video advertised on YT that someone beat Planet Crafter in 48 minutes and so many seconds. Yeah, but they're using a lot of different glitches. That's what happens in a lot of those instances. They're not really playing the full game. They figured out how to get past it. I saw a guy play Satisfactory and he did that. And I don't like speed runs like that. Where I do like the speed runs is I like it when they actually play the game. They're literally playing the full game, but they've got everything systematically worked out where they are beating every single different achievement in it. They're just doing it at such an efficient pace versus just jumping past everything. I don't like that, you know? But what do you guys think? Do you like a speedrunner who's more of a speedrunner where they're actually beating everything, or do you like somebody who's just using glitches just to get past the game and then to the end, you know, going through invisible walls and stuff like that, where they're not really playing the game, they're just finding one little passageway that enables them to get to another spot so that they beat the game right off the bat? Which do you think is worth it? That's my question. Let's see if there's any more of these, and we'll move the beans, or move the mushrooms out here. They are starting to produce quite a bit now. Yeah, there are two types of speedruns. One where you can use glitches and exploits, and one where you have to do it normally. That's a good point, Alex. So which one do you prefer? That's my question. Oh, I didn't have super alloy. Sorry, guys. My apology. There we go. And then this needs one of the seeds, and I think we only got just a little bit left in here. That's all we've got. Just have a little bit. Oh my goodness. Just had to check what time it was. I think I'm gonna take out. Okay, this is where it stopped. I'm gonna take these ones out. So we've got two more that we're gonna be able to put in. It's interesting to see both. I'm not into speedruns. I usually take my time and enjoy the games. So I would have to agree with Alex. I really, you know, I enjoy the game. To me, you're ruining the experience of it. And that's not doing it the intended. There's a story. There's a progression. There's all of this idea that came into it that you're doing it. And then Claus says, I'm an old school gamer. I have literally to look at everything for the eye candy. Speedruns really don't do much for me. I don't think it's an old school thing. I think it's you just appreciating the art more. And I bet, I mean, just me, I would bet that if we asked the developers and we said, hey, which one do you actually prefer? From the gamers that play your game, if you had to decipher which one you liked better in the way that they played your game, I guarantee they would pick the people that actually took the time to look at each thing and just enjoy it. I think they would. We'll have to see. Oh my gosh, I'm out of water? Did they already take it up there? They might have already took it. Sorry, missed your comment there. Feeling like playing Mad Max. I love that game and the immersion of the world. I've never played that. And once you cleared the map, there was nothing else to do. So how good is Mad Max? Because I heard that that is an amazing game that kind of went under the radar. It should have, I gotta go this way. Should have actually quite a bit more people have played it, you know, but I never did. I heard it was actually kind of almost like a cult hit, right? It became even more popular after. Chum Bucket. What? The heck is Chum Bucket? Let's add another one right there. Let's put that one in there. And that one in there. And then we just need to find a little bit more. My list, it's right up there with The Witcher 3. Okay. There's only one game, in my opinion, that is the best game of all time by a long shot. But I don't know. I'd have to explain it to people. I mean, I played it so many times. Oh, we could do another one. We could do another one. I can make that one into it, and we'll have one more. My favorite game of all time has got to be, I mean, I think the development of Shepard. Shepard was, I mean, just something else in Mass Effect. That was just unreal. In my opinion, Mass Effect 2, when I played that game, when I was younger. It's just so insane. Like, it got you feeling the emotions of those characters. And if you went back and you really went through each different part, you connected each of the saves throughout Mass Effect 1, Mass Effect 2, Mass Effect 3. It just was unbelievable. I think trash is kind of a hard... come on, let's trash. I mean, really, compared to some games I've seen, they make Andromeda look like it was amazing. It had tons of glitches. The story was nowhere near as good. In every single possible way, Andromeda was worse than all of the other Mass Effect games. But there's some really bad games. I was upset. I will agree with you, Alex. I got done playing it, and when it was over, I was like, really? That's it? I mean, my decisions, I expected way more interconnections, and I was like, I wanted this, I wanted that. And then, you know what they did? They came out, and they're like, we're done with it. We're not going to put anything more into it. I was like, what the heck? You just made that baby, and then you just leave that baby? Now, what the heck? You can't just leave that. You put all that time into it, and then you're just done? I just couldn't understand how they could just walk away. And they did. They walked away. They didn't put any new content into it. And it was one of the moments... I mean, I'm not going to get on Twitter and just start ranting, but man, I almost did. Because I was such a diehard player of the originals. Enough that I went back each way, and I know you can see all the different progressions, but I actually did it. Mass Effect, I have actually went through and I played every single thing. And, I mean, Mass Effect 1 came out, goodness, well, I was really young. And I played each thing of that, and I've never done that in a game. There is one. I'm not kidding you. I did this achievement. I'll tell you guys the achievement. This is insane, but I did do it. I've never done this one. I will tell you the achievement. So there's an easy pull-up thing in Mass Effect, okay? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you won't know. But there's a Mass Effect pull-up where you sat there and you pulled up. I was that diehard of a player that I wanted to do it. And so you have to consistently do the pull-up. And I'm not kidding you. It takes you like, I mean, let's see what it says. I gotta go inside before I die. I need water. Let me grab some water here. I forgot. I think it takes 45 minutes of you constantly doing it. You've got to keep doing the pull-up over and over and over and over again. It was the most stupid, ridiculous achievement to ever do. But I did it because I loved it that much, the game. And I've never done that for another game, and I don't think I'll ever do it for another game since. But back to your point. Their faces were tired. Yes, that was an actual achievement in the game. A pull-up in Mass Effect. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go and look it up. It's really something that somebody did that. But yeah, they actually had the thing. And I can remember beating the achievement and going, why did I just do that? Why did I spend all that time doing that? I just don't understand, but I did it. I did do it. So I think that's enough of those. Huh? Oh goodness, let's come on over here. And I'm gonna work on like lighting the place up, I think at nighttime, getting a little bit more lights and illumination here. So let's work on those and kind of brighten it up so we can walk around somewhat at night out there as we kind of build things. What would it take for those? It's been so long since I actually built them. Lights are right there. So it's just iron and magnesium for each one. Shouldn't take too long. Iron. Other things I've never really done. I mean, I will say that they are billions. Beating that at its hardest difficulty in Nightmare on Caustic. It's one of the greatest achievements and most frustrating gaming moments of my life. And if you don't really know how difficult that is, there's not a, it's not like, oh, it's like Dark Souls where you can like teach yourself. Like me, I play this game right now and relax, right? I know a lot. I know exactly what I can do the next time. I'm like, okay, I know how to make it better. You can predict. And that's just not the way that that Caustic is. Caustic and They Are Billions is just a totally different animal. A procedurally generated RTS, real-time strategy. And if you play it the way that we play it, you do not pause. There is no pausing. There's no sort of thing like that. And I remember the very first time I beat it, I almost went crazy. I've never jumped up and been like, oh my god, I beat this, more than that game. Let's see here. Any interest in getting T2 drones? They're faster, so it's worth it, especially for getting items from. I mean, at this point, I mean, we're almost there. I don't know. I mean, I think that it could be definitely worth it down the road to build that. And you're right. They're way faster on the whole thing, but we're very close to finishing it. But there was a guy, and I always wanted to meet him. I don't know if I'll ever be able to meet him. He's one of the streamers that actually got me into streaming as well. And I watched him for years. So Kenzie, if you ever see this, you're the greatest They Are Billions player there is. There is nothing, I don't care if you don't have the best world record or whatever. That guy is insane. He will take a map that is literally impossible, and he'll beat it. He'll beat it. He'll just find these maps where people literally think they're impossible, and he'll beat them. And if he can't beat them, it's probably not possible. And that guy just did that for years and years, and is still playing the game. I put him up there with some of the very best. Also Tree, I think you are one of the very best They Are Billions players as well. And anybody that's kind of in the game or has played at an extreme high difficulty game, like They Are Billions, you'll understand. A game is a difference. It's a different thing. You can't really predict anything in that game because everything changes. Even if you try to do like a where you save the map and kind of do like a save scum, as we call it. Like you can try doing a save scum. I think I'm just gonna build these. They're doing a good enough job as it is. They're maximizing it, and I think we're gonna do fine here on just these ones. But if I tend to need it here, I could definitely go to the next level. I mean, look how many we got. Look at all these that are not doing anything. They're just not. They're not going anywhere. I can't even put more in here because they're just not doing. So what I think I might need to do is I might need to actually grab more stuff. Let's actually start building. Let's see if we can get them to work. Take all these out. Will that get them to go? There we go. Now I got them going. Get them in there. Get another drone station? Why do you need another drone station? Doesn't one drone station do enough? I don't get it. The multiples. I mean, I think that one does. You only need one, don't you? I mean, I guess you could get more, but is there a benefit? I don't know if there is or not. Okay, guys. This one was not going to be a late one. That time, you know, it's way past the time. But we've further engaged our wonderful thing. Look at all of these mushrooms growing. Really going to maximize the bioplastic. We've also brought some over here. It's doing great. We've got the heaters going here. And so that we're functioning at an amazing level. We're 385. it is amazing, you know, on this sort of thing. And yes, I'm going to flex my resources, Alex. You just wait till next one when I have a little bit more time. We've got the teleporters going up. We added a little bit of these T2 generators to add into kind of our energy. And our energy is now sitting at like relatively around the 16,000 kWs an hour. Kilowatts is that? Is that kilowatt? KW? I need the abbreviation on that. But I think in the next one, we're going to work on further gauging the trees, maximizing that thing. As we get close to the very end of this game, I think we're going to go try out Medieval Dynasty. My friend has been telling me a lot about this, Druid, which has been helping me and been my friend for years, has told me that that is an amazing game. You guys ever need any tips on a game that is a setting and you want to meet somebody who has literally mastered every single game better than anybody I've ever seen play any game out there, to the point where I tell him not to tell me anything, ask Druid. Because that guy will put in, no joke, 170 hours in 2 weeks or more and play a game for 36 straight hours. You are unbelievable. So that guy is great. And he says Medieval Dynasty is a really good game. So I'm going to jump into that probably next after this with Astro Colony. And then we will be there to the #1 game of my 10-year list. I've been waiting since 2015 when Fallout 4 came out for Starfield. I just can't wait to see that game. And I'm sorry I missed your text. The one that was just hovering there had no place to dock. If you had another drone station, each station houses 25 drones. Okay, so basically I do need multiples on this one. And maybe what we could do is we could create an actual drone station from that point. I just want to say thank you so much to everybody out there, all of the new people that are on here, and all of the new subscribers. I've noticed recently, I don't know where, but we continually, now we have 110 subscribers. We're getting more subscribers than actually I see people in here. And so some people must not be talking or just finding the videos. But either way, I want to say thank you to everybody out there. You guys make my day great. Doesn't matter how bad of a migraine I have. When I come home and I'm able just to chill out, you know, this really makes my day. So have a wonderful night. I'll see you guys tomorrow, live at 5 Central Time. Remember, always live at 5 at Central Time. I can't wait to see you guys. Have a great night. See ya. Bye-bye.